Hello and welcome to the new studio. The first video in this studio won't be a room tour because I'm not ready. I have to fix things, I have to unpack stuff. But I have something very special that I wanted to do for a long time. It wasn't actually as difficult and hard to shoot as some other videos, and because I'm still kind of moving and have lots of things to do, I thought it was well fitting. So welcome to another video in where I show you why your HM-2 might sound bad and how to fix it. So let's first dial in our reference sound, and therefore I chose my Black Hat Custom, of course my HM-2 made in Japan, and for an amp I chose my XFX3 with a PV5150 block letter model into a Jens Bogren bold and beautiful IR, and I've basically turned the gain down to about 1. I turned bass down a lot, mid a bit, and cranked treble a bit, and this is the basic sound. Okay, now let's activate the HM-2, of course all settings on max, and let's just assume that what we are hearing right now will be the sound that we are really lusting after and we want to have. Okay, so now we have our sound in our head and we actually heard it. But when you're a beginner or new to the HM-2 zone, you might come up with a slightly different sound. So I've changed nothing on the guitar and the amp and pedal settings. I just did something that I will show you soon. And this is the sound that I have now. Not as cool, is it? So this is the most common mistake that musicians do with the HM-2. But what did I actually did? I simply connected my Geox power supply with a 9-volt DC output straight into the HM-2, and this is basically the sound. You can even see that the LED isn't working at all, but the sound is changing. So why is that? Well, those early Boss pedals actually need 12 volts. So how can we fix it? Well, the easiest way would be to purchase another 12-volt power supply. But I suppose most of you already have a power supply and don't want to add another one spot or whatever. So we're lucky here. There are a couple of tricks how we can solve this. The easiest trick was, as I did earlier when dialing in my reference sound, because my Geox actually has a 12-volt output, and I connected some funny sound. Now it's connected to 12 volts and we instantly get the chainsaw. That's trick 1 we can do. So trick 2 is that you can run your Boss pedal via battery. A standard 9-volt block is sufficient and the Boss HM-2 will sound fine. And I'll show you this. So we disconnect power supply, open the battery cavity, it is, and now let's connect it, and for the sake of it, don't close it, just that you can hear it. So this will work, but maybe you don't want to use batteries due to so much waste that you got and you always have to replace them. You can't let the cable stay in the pedal because then it will drain the battery. But there is one trick. You can use such an adapter that you just connect to your power supply and then connect to your battery cavity. Let's try this. Disconnect the battery. First let's turn off the BOSS. Don't need you. Now let's connect this adapter. And here's my power supply. We use our regular 9-volt output, connect it. There we go. Again, our reference sound. So this works, but you need an adapter and it looks kind of funny. Plus you can't really activate and deactivate the HM-2 with your foot. Works in the studio, but for live, not so much. Fortunately, there is one more trick. For whatever reason, I still don't know, the BOSS HM-2 can be run via a 9-volt output when you daisy chain at least one other pedal with it. So therefore you need another pedal, and just for the sake of this video I chose a Polytune tuner because most of you guys should have a tuner on your pedal board. And I have a simple daisy chain adapter, and now I'll connect them. So off you go. Don't need this. So daisy chain into 9-volt output. Let's close this. Now one output to the HM-2 and one to the Polytune. Now let's connect them. And again, a working sound. So now you might ask yourself, well, I don't want to add other pedals because they're changing the sound. So let me show you what will happen if we just connect the Polytune to the power supply and don't connect it to our signal chain. So now it's just here. The not so good sound again. So now you know why your HM-2 sound bad, and you should know 4 tricks how to solve this problem. And I think there should be a trick for anybody. And now my question for you, have you run into this problem of your HM-2 underpowering and you didn't really know how to fix it? Where did you learn how to fix it? Did I help you? Just let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. May the force be with you and have a nice day.